Okay, next is the electronics, and these are probably pretty old at this point. They show, you know, a decent amount of, well, they got some age to them. I took a look at the switch, some of the contacts, you know, sort of in there. I don't know. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, they're a little corroded. You can see the little buttons. They're like circles, sort of on this brown board here. There's a circle there, and then one below that. Those are the leads on this switch, and you know, some switches you can't see in there, so it depends. And then there's these potentiometers here. One's for volume, one's for tone, and then you have like the, you know, these wires that come in from the pickups. All right, so this red wire right here is the output of the switch, I believe. Yep. And then these are all the, you can see these white leads right here. Those three are coming from the pickups. So those pickups going into this switch. And then those different positions, basically just, you know, as you move the switch, those contacts change the path and ultimately determine the output. And the output's right here, so it's always the same, but then as you're moving the switch, it's just moving that lead to a different electrical connection, and that electrical connection goes to a different pickup, and then it comes out. You can see this red wire goes to the lead, to this lead of this pot, which is also connected to this one, which is the tone pot. This ground, these black wires are all ground, so they all go to the tops of the things that it's touching, and that's where also all of the pickups, all the pickups are grounded off to this top of this pot. And then there is this wire that grounds to your bridge, and then this wire goes to the output. So this is currently what we have a problem with. We don't have any sound out of this, so we're going to start here and see if there's any issues, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Anyway, let's figure out what's wrong with the output. So let's go through some of the techniques here. What you want to check is to make sure that the connections that are there are actually really good connections. Chances are there's probably nothing wrong with the actual thing itself. Maybe this cap. Sometimes the cap can go, but in my experience, you generally don't have that problem. And really what you want to check is where the wires are connected to other things. So I have my multimeter set to, you know, just a basic connectivity. So when I touch the leads together, I get a horrendously annoying high-pitched noise to let me know that it's connected, as in there is an electrical connection between those 2 points. So we can use this to determine if there are 2 points that should be connected and see if they actually are. So you just kind of take 2 ends of a wire and see if they're actually connected. So what I'm going to do, this is really basic, rudimentary, and probably doesn't tell us anything other than the integrity of this wire, but you'll start to see hopefully where this could be used. So I'm going to take this is a shielded wire, so there's actually 2 wires here in this one. There's this one, which is the center core, and then this one, which is the outer braided core, which is typically used for ground. So I'm going to take this ground, and I'm just going to press it against here on my thumb, and then I'm going to go to where it's connected on this pot and see if they're actually connected. So if I touch the wire end of it, that's good. So that means there is an electrical connection that goes from this end of the wire to that end of the wire. Okay, great. You know, let's take that a step further. This end of this wire touches the pot and then goes up here to be grounded on the back of the potentiometer. So let's see if that actually has a full connection. I'm going to keep this connection over here and I'm going to tap here. Okay, so sounds connected. I'm going to do the same thing with this white wire, and I'm just going to go press it where the white wire is supposed to go. That all sounds pretty good. Okay, so that means that there's signal coming from it, you know, if there is signal coming from here, getting out over here. So that's good. And the problem is, okay, so that connection, as I was wiggling it, just came apart. So now I'll kind of do that again. So again, I'm on the grounded. I'm going to go up here, and as I play with it, there is nothing. There is no sound whatsoever because that connection is totally shot. So that tells me that there's your problem. The reason the reason that I wasn't getting any sound out of this guitar is because this grounding wire is electrically disconnected. So that's where we're going to fix it, and then this should work.